Hello, my name is Reza Tajadini and I'm a senior lecturer in finance at Swinburne University of Technology. Economists widely define a recession as 2 consecutive quarters of GDP contraction. So, has a COVID-19-led recession arrived? Yes, Australia entered its first recession in 29 years in the March quarter. It was in this quarter that ASX 200 lost a third of its value. Economists tend to refer to the following 4 shapes of recessions: V, U, W, and L-shaped recessions. V-shaped recessions start with a steep fall, but then quickly find a bottom, turn around, and move immediately higher. A V-shaped recession is a best-case scenario. U-shaped recessions stay at the bottom for an extended period of time before turning around, while W-shaped recessions fall again after showing some false signs of recovery. L-shaped recessions are those recessions that fail to recover. Now, let's look at what's going on with the current crisis. If you look at ASX 200 movements in 2009 financial crisis and compare it with the current crisis, it may look that we are dealing with a V-shaped recovery. However, the main reason for the recent stock market rally was the collective action of central banks around the world to pump record amounts of stimulus into markets. They wanted to ensure that money market worked effectively and fed economies with liquidity. This, in addition to very close to zero interest rate, has led many investors to rush for listed stock. But remember, stock market movements don't show the entire picture. There are other important economic factors to be considered. One is consumer sentiment. A large proportion of households are adjusting to a decline in their income and will likely to watch how much they're going to spend over the next couple of months. By the end of May, the official unemployment rate jumped to 7.1%. But this figure didn't include all those people who've stopped actively looking for work and those who are receiving JobKeeper or JobSeeker payments. The latter groups comprise over 40% of 13 million Australians employed in February. The other disturbing factor is mortgage stress, which is on the rise, with over 37% of households are under pressure as opposed to 32% before the crisis. And lastly, Australia-China relationship. China is the most important economic partner of Australia, with over 32% of Australian exports go to China. However, the recent tensions between the two nations may impact the speed of economic recovery of Australia. So the combination of these factors means that most likely we are dealing with a U-shaped recovery than a V-shaped one. So, how Australia can recover? The good news is Australia is one of the countries that leading the world out of the pandemic. The government rescue plans have been equivalent to 10.6% of Australia's GDP. Having said that, we cannot resolve all problems by just deploying stimulus packages or borrowing. In the short run, government needs to improve consumer sentiment by providing further clarity about the future of JobSeeker or JobKeeper plans, and also providing further monetary and tax assistance. Because as economies start to reopen, even if consumers still avoid spending, firms won't be able to work at their full capacity and therefore unemployment will remain high. Let's remember, in the long term, there are 3 main factors that drive economic growth. They are capital accumulation, workforce productivity, and technological advancement. Among them, technological progress is the most important driver of economic growth in the long term. It's been shown that countries that only rely on capital accumulation or workforce development are less likely to do well in the future, especially during the economic downturns. For a sustainable growth, Australia cannot solely rely on exporting raw materials. We need government policies that enhance R&D investment, innovation, and new technologies. Comparing Australia with other OECD countries in terms of R&D expenditure shows that there is significant room for improvement. And we should not also forget the important role of universities in the long-term growth of Australia. Universities contribute substantially to R&D projects and skill development of workforce. Unfortunately, this important sector seems to be left alone during this crisis.